Welcome back to the show. I'm probably going to annoy my friends and family because I always, when I talk about the theater, I have to say the theater to talk about it. I grew up in theater. I've mentioned it before. It has so many benefits, whether you get into theater, television, film, it doesn't matter. It's such a great experience. And even if you don't do it yourself, we have so many amazing opportunities here in the city of Ottawa, and the Great Canadian Theatre Company, of course, included in that. I am joined by its communications manager and marketing manager, Natalie MacLellan. Natalie, welcome. Great to have you here.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
And we're slowly seeing people starting to come back and enjoying live theater. Just tell me about what's it been like for the GCTC as we slowly get back to a sense of normalcy.
Yeah, I mean, we just finished our first full season since COVID, and it was so great to have people back.
Yeah.
Not everybody's back yet. The audiences are still smaller than we'd like to see, but they're growing all the time, and we're really happy to have people coming back. We have a brand new season coming that everyone is welcome to check out.
Excellent.
And it's
well, that's what you're here for. We're here to talk
Precisely.
about the brand new season, and you've got a theme to the new season, don't you?
Yeah, this theme for this year is all about relationships,
Okay.
and it's looking at how we interact with one another, specifically, what we owe to one another, what we give to one another, what we hope for one another. And so we've got 5 new plays from 5 Canadian playwrights, and they're all taking a different look at these relationships between friends, between family members, people who are just meeting.
Is that kind of how you curated the season then? You've come up with a theme, and then you go and try to find some excellent plays to sort of fit that theme?
Not always. I mean, I know that, of course, it was Sarah Kitts, our artistic director,
Yes.
who would have curated this. Sometimes the theme comes later.
Right.
She's always reading plays and always considering what would work well, in our theater and the group of plays that you kind of end up with in the end.
Okay, yeah, and sometimes I guess, you do pick a bunch of plays and perhaps a theme, just you find a theme within that at the same time as well,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about what have you got coming up? What is the first? Let's go in chronological order
Of
here.
course. Our season opens in September with The Supine Cobbler by Jill Connell, and it is a female Western. So we've
I
got
like it, okay.
5 female characters, and we really see their relationships in a Western environment. It's taking that sort of traditionally male genre and twisting it a bit, and it's a lot of one-upmanship, a lot of bravado on the stage. We're really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a very fun show.
Yeah, it sounds like it'll be a big hit. What else have you got? What's next?
After that, in December, we have Benevolence. And
This one, actually, that rings a bell with me. Is this a well-known play?
I would say it's a Governor General's award-winning play.
Oh, well, then it's probably well-known, Tell me about this one.
Written by Fanny Britt, and it's translated from the French. It's a French-Canadian play, translated by Leanna Brody. And it's a family drama, I guess you could say, but it's, a lawyer returns to his small hometown and finds himself in an ethical quandary.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
So,
what have you got next?
in January, we have a co-production, actually, Women of the Fur Trade, which is a co-production with NAC Indigenous Theatre and Native Earth Performing Arts. And it's another very fun play. It's a look at a specific time in Canadian history, but it's written in modern language.
Okay.
It's really, it's a funny play. It's I want to say irreverent in some ways, but it was so fun to read. I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait to see it just the way you're describing it. Go ahead. Yeah,
I was going to say, and that one, because it's a co-production, it's actually not going to be at GCTC. It will be at the NAC.
Okay.
But it's part of our season and part of their season.
Excellent.
Yeah. So,
what's next after that? Number 4.
after that, I'm now trying to count in my head.
I should have written them down so I could prompt you into them. I apologize.
End of February, we have The Waltz. And that is written by Mary Beth Bedian and directed by Nina Lee Aquino, who is at the NIC, Artistic Director of English Theatre. So she'll be coming across town to work with us.
Excellent. Very good.
And that is a romantic comedy. two young Filipino Canadians who meet in under the prairie sky, and it's a beautiful, beautiful show.
I love the mix that you have, and it's important to have one, right? A mix, because sometimes, you know, I find sometimes we get stuck a little bit in theater, and we try to, you know, oh, we got to, you know, send a message and educate with every single one of them, and this is a beautiful mix of doing both that and entertaining. Before I run out of time, the last one, we have one more.
The last show is, and I've just gotten lost, Be Careful with Each Other So You Can Be Dangerous Together. It is a world premiere by Daniel Sarah Karasik, and it's directed by our AD, Sarah Kitts. And it will be in April. And it is a very poetic show, and it is a look at relationships between family members, between community members. It's a look at where the world could be. It's a little bit futuristic.
Okay, I like it.
Hard to summarize really quick, but it's very interesting. Yeah.
Subscriptions, right? You've got a number of different types of subscriptions for everybody.
You can subscribe to 3 plays, 4 plays, or 5 plays. You can do a fixed subscription, which is, you know, you go to the same night of the week, the same time, every show, or you can do a flex where you buy your subscription and decide later when you're going to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing I love about the GCTC, it's incredibly affordable too, very accessible. You know, you've got your accessible subscriptions as well. So really encourage everybody to visit the website to find out more information on that. Natalie, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. GCTC.ca is the place to go. We'll be back with more right after this.